Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Talk Wordy, my hub for all the words that I read, write, or otherwise want to yap about. Today, I have a very special author guest on the pod. She's the Oregon-based author of spicy, small town, and sports romance, and her upcoming release, Memories of You, will release April 28th. Please welcome Madi Danielle.
Hi!
I am so happy to have you on the pod. You were actually one of my first authors that I booked for the convention.
Ooh.
So you had like that extra first burst of adrenaline excitement. I was like, I booked my first one. I'm not a loser. This is so exciting.
I feel so special.
Yeah. Okay, so what I like to do with my guests to warm up usually, when we have longer episodes, we always debrief what we're reading, watching, listening to. But in a matter of conserving time, I just have to know, are you currently hyperfixating on anything pop culture-wise?
I mean, the common answer is heated rivalry.
It
for
is
everybody.
the common answer, but it is a good answer.
But heated rivalry, Hudson, Connor.
Yeah.
You know.
Are you specifically, okay, I have to know, are you a Shane or an Ilya girl? And then are you a Connor or a Hudson girl?
Okay. Definitely a Hudson girl. Just everything about his energy, I just love. But I don't know if I could pick Shane or Ilya. I love them both. It depends. It's I'm a mood reader. And so it depends on my mood, you know? Who is,
Yeah, I would ride and die for Connor's story. So I feel like we are two
Yes.
halves of a best friends necklace
I love him.
in that way.
Yes, I love him. Don't get me wrong. It's just something about Hudson's feral comments.
He's insane. That man has never been PR trained in his life and he does not care.
It's my favorite.
It's so funny because I feel like they are direct opposites of the characters they're playing.
Yep.
Because Ilya on the show is just so rough, coarse, blunt, gritty,
Yep.
does rarely laughs.
So not Connor.
And then Shane is just this sweet angel baby,
Yep.
innocent, trying to figure out himself. And then in real life, watching their not PR campaigns, but their tour, their media tour, their press tour coverage. And Hudson will just be absolutely filthy,
Feral.
insane. And Connor's just traumatized, but laughing through it. It's so funny to watch. I think they make such a wonderful duo. And I love that they were essentially unknowns before they were brought onto the show. I feel like it really adds to the magic of heated rivalry.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite thing is that nobody knew. They had less than 10,000 followers on the premiere, and now they're huge like that. And that just shows too the fan base, and especially the romance fan base of how big it really is, because it can be so looked down upon, and it's no, look how much look at this.
Yeah.
So,
Connor's story specifically mentioned that he got the call for the part while he was at his serving job at a restaurant, and he worked the rest of the shift. I think he even put his whole 2 weeks notice.
He did, and he worked all of them.
Yeah. Before he got the part, and then 8 months later, we're here, and he's just this massive,
Huge
star, and I think it's so awesome. I could talk about heated rivalry all day, so I guess we should get into talking about you and your books. I guess. So obviously you have a new book coming out as part of a series.
Yes.
Tell our listeners who may not be familiar with you or your work a little bit more about it.
Yeah, so it's the third book in my small town series. So the first two are out. The second one just came out January. It's childhood friends to lovers to enemies to lovers.
Ooh.
Second chance. He has always loved her, always been so down bad for her. She is sassy. She is very outspoken. She has no filter. She makes appearances in the first two books, and everyone has loved her. And they're like, I can't wait for Lily, because she just says, she's kind of like Hudson. She just says what's on her mind. There's no filter with her. She just says it. And so it was really fun to write her. So it comes out on audio and ebook and paperback same day, April 28th. And Brandon Francis and Savannah Thomas are narrating.
Oh my gosh.
Amazing.
That is going to be so awesome. So in addition to Small Town, you also write a lot of sports romance.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite sport to write about and or watch? Or do they differ for you?
Hockey. I'm repping my hockey, jersey for my team, Denver Dragons. Love hockey. I love to watch it. Love to write it. Took a little break, did MMA because I was I find it interesting, but especially like the hockey fights, like people love that. And I'm like,
yeah.
what else? And like MMA is all fighting. So I thought that would be fun. And it was. And so but I will be going back to hockey and MMA technically because my hockey series is getting second gen after my small town
That's
is
so
done.
exciting.
Yeah. So it'll have a little bit of everything.
What's the process for you as an author when you are writing next gen? How does it differ from writing the original series?
It's a learning curve for me because it's the first time I've done it. And a big thing for me is like there really can't be parental trauma with the kids because it's like, you know, these characters, you love these characters. They weren't, you know, bad people and you love them and I don't want to make them bad people. So there's none of that, which is a common theme I've found in my books. So that and also very complicated family trees.
Yeah.
Like I have it written out and it is complicated and I try to describe it. I'm like, yes, this person is the kid of this person and siblings of this person. And it's like, just don't worry about it. It'll make sense later.
Yeah. Okay. So in your books that you write, you do so well at like blending all of the tropes to where it's not like, oh, of course, like here's, you know, insert trope here, of course, because we have to have it for this book. I feel like you do a really good job of incorporating them seamlessly. So I thought we would play a quick little game. Okay. What I'm going to do is we're going to play a game of Kiss, Marry, Kill. Oh. But it's going to be for book tropes. Okay. So again, no wrong answers. They're only your answers. It's all subjective. But I am curious to know where these fall for you. So Kiss, Marry, Kill, brother's best friend, country boy, city girl dynamic, or single dad.
Ooh, okay. Was brother's best friend? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have to marry that one.
Yeah.
Something about that, like brother's best friend's brother, something, I don't know. Probably then Kiss, single dad. I haven't written it, but I love it. I love to read it.
Yeah.
Like, that's one I love to read. And so then I guess I have to kill country boy and city girl.
No.
I don't want to, but
it's a tough lineup though. Sacrifices need to be made.
Sacrifices need to be made.
Okay, next up, enemies to lovers, slow burn, fake dating.
Okay, I have to marry enemies to lovers. That's you have to.
I love that the marriages are like, yes, I know exactly who I'm marrying.
Like that's the top. But probably kiss fake dating and kill slow burn. It's so funny because like I love angst, but at the same time I hate it.
Yeah.
Like,
well, because it's
shaking
agonizing. You're like, just kiss.
Yeah, and I'm like throwing the book. Like they almost kiss and they don't. And I'm like,
That, but also reading so many slow burns, I feel like if I'm reading a physical book and there's like a romantic scene happening, but they haven't kissed yet, I will look at the page number and be like, oh, they're not kissing in this one. Yeah. Like, I just know they're not. If they are, is it really a slow burn? Right. So I just think that's kind of funny. Yeah. Okay. And then last lineup, mutual pining. He falls first. Second chance romance.
Ooh, see, I really fell in love with Second Chance, writing Memories of You. So I think I have to marry that. But then also on the tail end of that, what was the second one?
He Falls First.
He Falls First. That one. Yep. That I think I have to kiss that. I have to kiss He Falls First because same thing. And then, but I do love mutual pining. But I have to kill.
We love mutual pining, but the other two just like edged it out a little more.
Yeah, but
Okay, in honor of Memories of You, are there any memories of your writing career thus far that are like super special to you?
Yeah, when I released my first sports romance, which was A Hockey Why Choose the Hat Trick, I had released another series that just it's just there. I don't really talk about it. It's just kind of there. It's fine. But it was a first and it was learning and growing. And then I released the hat trick and same thing was, writing, kind of expecting the same thing, like not expecting anything. And then that, like, to me blew up. Like I was so like, what is happening? I just saw so many people talking about it online. I was tagged in more things than I ever had been. And then Amazon rankings were broken because of course they were.
Oh,
so
always.
I don't have like that to go off of, but I did, as it progressed, it got like top 50 in sports romance. And I was like, what is happening? Yeah. And I was a social worker at the time. So I would like pull up to work and then like look at the ranking and see, it was like 40 something in sports romance. And I'm like, what is happening? Like, I don't even understand. So I will like just always remember that release and that book. I mean, that book is still like,
Yeah.
so, yeah, that's just something about that.
I know. I love that. I know, as somebody that has like achieved some writing milestones while at like her terrible day job, it's like, oh my gosh, how am I going to get through this day? Oh my gosh, I'm climbing with the rankings.
Yeah, but
what's going on here?
Weird too, because I'm like, okay, now I gotta go to court like for this case, and like, but yeah, I also had this fear. It was so funny too, like, because I would get so scared of court, and I had to go a lot, and I was like, they're gonna find out it's me, pull up my books to try to discredit me in court. Like, I was so scared of that happening every single day. It never happened.
That's good.
But that was like a fear I had.
I was curious, like with a lot of authors that have these completely non-writing related day jobs, like do their coworkers or their day job environments know about it? Or is it like the Hannah Montana treatment? You're living a double life.
That's how it was for me. Yeah. Nobody knew anything. Like, even talking, it was funny. My boss at the time made a comment about like my court report that I written. She's like, you write like you're talking in it. And I'm like, well, that's because what I normally write is kind of how I talk. So that was a weird, I was like, but nobody knew. And
I take it you don't work there anymore?
No, I don't. No, that was hard, but no.
Do you do authoring full time now?
I do, yeah.
What was it like shifting from your day job to being a full-time author?
Scary. It was a little scary. But I was like, you have to like believe, you have to believe in it that, like, no, this is going to work out. And it shifted to taking it not more seriously, but kind of more seriously, and like that this is my full-time thing now. So it was, but I mean, it was a scary jump because, it was like leaving this soul-sucking government job
Yeah.
to this thing that is more fulfilling in a different way.
Yeah. And I feel like it's a really nice escape too. Like if you were able to create all of these literary universes just off of passion alone, like I think I feel like it would have been the right move no matter the risks and the stress. Yeah. You were part of a panel at the convention this weekend about how romance authors approach writing open door versus closed door. For anyone who may have missed it, myself included, because I was working and I was very sad about it. Tell us your perspective on how you write romance and why it's the best fit for you.
I write very open door, very open door. I mean, why chooses and, everything, which I said at the panel, and it was kind of funny because it was like, oh. And I mean, I don't know. I like the spice. I like how it can like bring people together, like the intimacy without it, but also with it. And I just think like, and it's just a fun time, sometimes, why choose it gets complicated. I've drawn stick figures. I have to, figure out where everyone is. But something about the spice, which is funny because I love when people meet me or see me in person and they're like, you don't look like what you write. And I'm like, you look so innocent. I'm like, okay, thanks.
Great, yeah, whatever that means.
Thanks. I think it's funny. I'm like, well, thank you. I don't know where it comes from either. I feel like I black out.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Okay, now we get into like my fun, like random reading questions about you, not just like as an author, but as just like a bookish person in general. Say that you were given 1 month, all expenses paid, to go somewhere and draft your next book. Where would you go? And what would you do during your writing breaks?
Ooh, I would want to go to like a cabin in the forest. just a pretty A-frame, secluded forest. And probably like blast music, because I get a lot of inspiration from music, like just something about it, like it could be a line in it that like triggers a scene, or just I don't even know. So I'd probably just like blast music in the middle of the forest where no one could find me.
Have a little I got a gotta pack it for the sunshine moment. I need to watch Easy A again. But I love that movie so much. I feel like I would have an Emma Stone moment. That's me whenever I'm home alone anyways, but still.
Yep.
If you could wipe your memory and reread a book for the first time, what book are you picking and why?
Oh, there's too many good choices. Can it be a series? The Off-Campus series.
Yes,
I love Elle Kennedy. And
Are you excited for the adaptation?
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited because they've already renewed it for a season 2 and it hasn't even come out yet.
Yep.
That I feel like is testament enough. I am good. I will put myself out there and I will say that originally when I saw the casting, not all of the casting, but some of the casting, I was suspicious.
Yeah.
I was a little on edge. I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. I have a feeling that the press and media tour is going to work overtime, and
I think so.
My mind is going to be changed.
Yeah, I did start to see the vision on pretty much everyone, mostly.
Yeah,
but I think that I have hopes.
Yeah,
I'm excited just to see it. Just like Garrett Graham.
Yeah,
I love Garrett Graham.
I was gonna say, do you have a favorite book of the Off-Campus series?
Deal.
But yeah,
The Deal. The OG Garrett Graham. Like,
Yeah.
I met Elle Kennedy and I.
Passed out.
Yeah, pretty much. But the first thing I said to her, and I was like, "Thank you so much for Garrett Graham."
Yes,
just like,
she did the Lord's work.
I probably scared her a little bit, but it's fine. Yeah.
I feel like every time that I'm meeting an author that I like really admire, I think to myself, oh my gosh, like I'm going to come off psychotic to them. And then I have to remind myself, there are people infinitely more insane than I am. I'm going to be okay.
It's okay.
The author is like probably expecting this.
Yeah.
It's all going to be fine.
Yeah, she was very nice to me, but she was like, it was in Vancouver, and so they were actually filming off campus there. And so she's like, oh, I'm going to go meet him on Monday. Like, she was going to go to set, and I was like, can I come? I didn't ask, but I wanted to.
Okay, this next question is kind of a two-part question.
Okay.
So first of all, do you like music? Are you into popular music these days? Wonderful. I have been dying to ask authors this question, but if they are not music people, it's not the most successful question. If your books were to be adapted into a TV show or a movie, what songs would you want fans to use for TikTok thirst traps?
Ooh, thirst traps.
Because let me tell you, Heated Rivalry, I have yet to see a bad edit.
Yeah. No.
The thirst edits everywhere, anything with Tom Blythe, they're everywhere on my page. And they've made me have a resurgence of old 2000s music, Breaking Dishes was really big.
Oh, that was so good.
Shaggy had with the Pedro Pascal edit. So I'm curious, what kind of songs would you want the TikTok editors to use for a hypothetical adaptation of your books?
See, I love the Breaking Dishes one, but I also love the Sabrina Carpenter. It's the house tour and Tears and the When Did You Get Hot, all of those ones.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about them, but I love those. So probably Sabrina Carpenter.
Are you big into Sabrina Carpenter's music?
I like her stuff.
What would you say is your favorite Sabrina album?
I actually really like her very first one. She was the one with thumbs on it.
Yes.
I actually really like that one so much. But I like her newest one too, but different vibes.
Yeah. I just think it's so weird that people are only just now discovering her. When she was up for the Best New Artist Grammy, I was new? Short and Sweet is her sixth album.
Right?
Where have you been?
Been around. What do you mean? Yeah.
I know. I'm on such a man's best friend kick, which when it came out originally, I wasn't the biggest fan.
I had to see the vision.
It needed to age a little bit. It felt like a middle of the college semester album, even though it came out in August. So I think I needed 2 months for it to cycle through to be yes.
I get it. Yeah. I had to listen to the lyrics a little more, actually understand them. Oh, okay, I can get behind this.
It's become my vocal stem or whatever's just playing in my brain when the world gets quiet. Every once in a while, I'll just be sitting there, and then suddenly, that boy is corrupt.
Yes.
The whip noise.
Yes. Mine is, when did you get hot for some reason? Like, when did you
And I was
get
like,
hot?
huh.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Okay, so at the time that we're recording this, we were at LoveLitCon in San Diego,
Yes.
which is so much fun.
Yes.
I'm so sad to leave, but obviously, when the episode releases, we won't be here anymore. So
Sad.
for no, literally. So for all of our listeners that are watching this in the future, where can they find you and your books? And do you have any other upcoming events lined up?
Yeah, so I'll be at Sports Romance Con in March, what is it, 13th through the 15th, I think. And I'm on Instagram, TikTok, Madi Danielle Writes on everything. And yeah,
Easy peasy.
easy peasy.
Okay, well, there you have it. Thank you so much for tuning in to Talk Wordy. And again, my special thanks to Madi Danielle for coming on the
Thank
show.
you.
It's been so much fun.
Yes.
I love the vibes of this
Yes.
one, truly. Don't forget to follow the podcast on Instagram at Talk Wordy Pod, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, you guys.